Well, let me tell you something, Jefe. You're going to be surprised when you look up. Because it's us! Don't know where JD just went. He was just here. I'm assuming he'll be back in a moment. But welcome back, everybody, to Across the Board, sponsored by Moneyball Metrics. You have your normal team here today for a Thursday. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets. Next to me up top is my guy, JD, from Line Movers, who's back. Let me tell you something, JD. We got off the timer. I looked up, and it was just me and Jefe. And I said, well, Jefe, look up, because there's a bit of a surprise. We have lost JD. But welcome back, JD. Below JD, as always, is our guy, Jefe Picks, with the same Amazon box behind him that we've all been waiting to know what is in there. He's still not told us. I did ask you yesterday.
It's Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Decorations going out.
Okay.
Christmas decorations going in.
That's it? What? You're out of business right now. You guys aren't doing, like, everything? There's no, like, I don't know what else, but you don't have, like, everything? It's just Christmas and Thanksgiving?
That's everything for us, yeah. That about wraps up my entire area and demographic. That about wraps it all up. I'm not too well versed in what I could put up for Kwanzaa, but if you have,
that's what I was gonna say, like a Hanukkah, a Kwanzaa. I don't know what else.
Definitely no Hanukkah. No, that's not relevant here at all. Other than literally just me, and I'm not gonna buy anything just for myself. That would be weird. So no, I am not in that demographic. To be honest with you, we probably decorate here more for Dia de los Muertos than we do for any other holiday.
Dios de los Muertos. What is that? I'll Google it. I
don't know what Dia de los Muertos is.
No, I do not. What's up, Dylan?
Day of the Dead for Mexicans. National holiday. It's humongous.
It's humongous. Big Dia de los Muertos guy, and we are on this show. Big fans of it. JD, over to you. You don't have any Amazon boxes behind you, but how are you today?
Don't. I am doing great.
Well, this is a wild comment. First of all,
just because I celebrate Hanukkah does not mean I consider myself Jewish.
Wow. Okay. There we go. We're gonna keep our personal religious beliefs off of this show. We're gonna keep it as
Alpha's an atheist. He believes in nothing but literally Rutgers. That's all he believes.
I am the religion of Rutgers.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if he would join any religion there is in the planet, universe, galaxy, if it meant Rutgers would just make the college football playoff, and
oh my god, oh my god, I would do whatever.
That's a great question. Let's start right there. What would you rather you have to cut off your pinky toe? Rutgers makes the college football playoff, just one of the teams of 12, or they make the Final Four in college basketball. Which one?
Final Four, without a doubt.
Is it because you only have to win like 2 more games, or is it because basketball means more than football to you in Rutgers?
Probably both. I enjoy Rutgers basketball more than I do than Rutgers football, but I also think that that would be a bigger thing for me getting to the Final Four.
Now, I did not. What if I said you make it into the college football semifinals? So same thing, Final Four, semifinals.
Probably Final Four.
I respect that.
I enjoy the tournament more than I enjoy the college football playoff. The tournament's been around my whole life. It's something how big the tournament is to us in this area, our group of friends.
First weekend of the tournament is my favorite 4 days of sports. I never went to college. I'm homeschooled.
He did. Oh, what a name! Rest in peace to Phil Sellers, but unbelievable name drop there, Stetsy boy. Unbelievable name drop. Oh, where did we go to school? Jefe did go to a college. He did graduate at college, so congratulations, Jefe. I went to a Division II school in Pennsylvania to play soccer, East Stroudsburg University. JD, where'd you go to school?
I went to Coastal Carolina for a few weeks.
Yeah. I love the response. I did graduate from my university. You want us to say the word tournament? I don't know if it's you or me. Tournament. Probably me. Rutgers National Championship Tour or tour with Deadmau for a year? Oh, God. Nick does know in a previous life of mine I was a DJ. Deadmau is also top 3 in my book. That's Rutgers natty, no doubt, at this stage of my life. You would ask me 5 years ago, probably 50-50, but at this stage of my life, Rutgers natty.
There was a stage in my life, this is going to actually open up a crazy door, where I probably would have chose touring with Future over the championship. There really was, absolutely. Like 2012 Jeff, when the Knicks were
We lost his mic after he told everyone his name. So,
I mean, Jesus Christ, if you can't figure out my name by now, it's crazy.
Sure.
And also there was also that era of like 2017, 2016, where the Knicks were just like, Alonzo Trier was starting at point guard, and Alexei Shved was coming off the bench.
ISO Zo?
Yeah, I saw Zo. No, that one preseason game. I would have taken a Drake tour over a Knicks championship 100% for a year. 100%.
That's bad.
100%.
That's bad.
Nowadays, I would let a stranger name my firstborn for a Knicks championship. I legitimately would put a poll on X of 10 names, and whatever one, no problem. That'll be my firstborn's name, and I would do that happily for a Knicks championship.
Okay, so here's a question for you. Your favorite thing in the world right now, and for the next, hopefully, 20 years, is the beautiful cat named Luna. Would you give Luna up for adoption for a three-peat of Knicks? 3 straight wins. League wins, the whole thing. 3 straight, but you got to get rid of Luna. Oh! Yeah, what are you going to say now?
I mean, a three-peat is serious.
A three-peat is huge.
Yeah.
First of all, we can hear you when your hands hit your legs again, so we know you just. Okay.
You guys, I hear that? I just gave my answer.
Okay, very good, very good. So yeah, I knew I'd get him, JD. I know I'd get him. All right, over to you, JD.
I would if it was. Who the fuck is Red Hot Take? Tell me his real name. Like, honestly, text me his real name on the side. Because I could. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to find you. All right? I'm going to eviscerate your whole fucking family. Okay? Keep my fucking cat's name out of your fucking mouth. Nick, you already live in a basement with no windows. Okay? Keep it that way. Not allowed outside.
Wait, the guy in Harry Potter's closet's insulting other people's living arrangement? That's wild. JD, over to you. How are you today, brother? That's some sort of normalcy. Some sort of normalcy.
Oh, man.
Are you drinking a fucking Pedialyte? What is that?
It's childish.
What is?
It's a protein shake.
Premier Protein. Not a free sponsorship. Not on the show. No free sponsorships. Cover the name.
I'm sure your basement is dope.
JD, how are you?
It's fucking dial up cable.
I'm doing good, man.
1 through 11 doesn't even get channel 7 on Saturdays if it's cloudy out.
That's because he has YouTube TV. They don't get channel 7 yet. But over to JD. How are you, brother?
I'm great. I'm over here.
Wow, yeah.
I'm starting to damn cry.
You know, it's funny. Alpha, I was about to say this. You know who's in the office right now getting a bitch-ass flu shot?
Who?
Ed, my brother Ed.
Ed's here?
Anyone
Get him out of here. 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 Fun fact. Ed and I.
I'll hold on. You guys talk. I'll go find him.
Okay, yeah, go find him. Go find him. I'd like to say hi to Edwin. I'd like to say hi to your brother. JD, over to you again. How are you?
Good, man. Doing good. Yeah, I'm not even sure where we were.
We're still in intros. We're still in intros.
We're still in intros.
We haven't even done the recap.
We're making him wait in the bitch ass lobby. When he comes in, he'll knock on the door.
Okay, very good.
We like told y'all that today's show was going to be the show to like watch, and
are we disappointed?
Jefe's cat's getting kicked. The Knicks are three-peating.
First of all, let me tell you. So let me really roll up the curtains right now, okay? My kitten, stop aging her. My kitten, my 8-month-old kitten, just got spayed and is going through a rough time right now with a cone on her head. So I'd appreciate some goddamn respect, okay? That's A. B. Alpha is really close to watching the Big Ten championship game on Saturday by him damn self or in my bathroom. Those are the only 2 options he has. He had the ball. I sent one text message out this week to all my friends. I said, you want to come over and watch Big Ten championship on Saturday? My place is where we're doing it. If you root for State, you are not allowed in. Not only is he rooting for State, this man dropped a whole ass article this morning about how my other adopted son, Nando Mendoza, is not going to win the Heisman all of a sudden. He's going to have a bad game on Saturday. He's going to be in badly on national television. I say not. Good luck.
You had such a big opportunity to say "I say nay." I thought you were going to do it. You were right there. You said "I say."
I was going to do the league. I was going to do the league Corso, but I stopped myself. But more so, good luck watching the game on Channel 6 Telemundo. You better get Duolingo on and start learning Spanish.
Good. I will make sure I do that. All right, boys, you ready to jump into a little recap?
Red hot take.
Yes.
Yeah, you are. First
correct.
of all,
he's correct.
Just such a nuisance. Like, you're just such a nuisance. Why don't you
Wednesday
Why don't you
recap.
just ask us another random ass question like are the Nashville Predators going to make the NHL playoffs? That's such a red hot take thing to ask in the middle of a Thursday show.
That is a very red hot take to say.
What do you guys think about the Seattle Mariners offseason is going to be his next question. Oh.
Yep. Something like that. All right, let's go through our recap. I'll start. Then we're going to go to JD, and then we're going to go to Pedialyte. For me, we had 2 free plays yesterday. We had the Knicks -9, no sweat winner there as well.
I wouldn't say no sweat.
There was no sweat. They were up by like 20 most of the game. They ended up winning by like 18. Our second play was Auburn -6.5. We got that done as well. So it was a free play sweep. We also only had 1 loss on the day in VIP. We finished the day 7-1. A big day for the AlphaDog team. Red hot take. Well played. JD, over to you.
Yeah, man. Yesterday was a good day.
We're gonna get there, Troy.
It was a college basketball only day. Units wise, finished up 3.8 on the day, and we were a hook. We got hooked on our last play of the day.
I hear Ed.
So went from could have been a huge day, but it was still a very solid day though. So let's meet Ed because I've never met Ed. So.
That is Jeff's stepbrother. Very weird how. Oh, okay, he's not going to be here yet. No, Ed. We're going to wait for Ed.
No, he needs to get his vitals done first.
His vitals for a flu shot.
Well,
no. He needs to get his vitals done to come and see us.
That's right. To get on the show. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what.
Jefe, how did you do yesterday? Over to you for your recap. And before you answer your recap, Red Hot Take has asked you specifically: are the Mammoths going to win the playoffs in the NHL?
Just the whole playoffs? They're going to win everything? Yeah. Probably not, I'm going to say. But you should put your money on them. Just like JD keeps putting money on the Ravens, you should just continuously put money on the Mammoth every day, every hour. F it. Get your friends and family involved, too.
Good. We love that.
Just rack it up. How we did yesterday? Boys, we did fantastic. Somebody on the show decided out of nowhere to take the Buffalo Sabres as a favorite. Wrong. That was not a smart move. They got crushed by the Flyers. I had a new one come to me yesterday, a revelation, if you will. Alpha, you're going to like this one. JD's going to like it too. You guys know my situation when the coach gets fired. You take that team to the next. Well, what happens when a team lets go of a player out of nowhere they shouldn't have? You take them the next day, and the Clippers won outright with plus 3.5 points.
I was on them as well. I was big on the Clippers.
And then we go to the collegiate levels. Auburn. Now, I legitimately mean this. I don't think I saw them miss a 3 in the second half.
It was unbelievable. I
was actually multitasking. It was like that game was my background music. Every single time I heard the announcer say something, it was just a 3 that should have never went in.
And it was a different lefty. Every guy was a lefty.
I thought it was one guy. It was just 2 different guys.
Yeah.
One of them's last name, I don't know his last name. It was very close to Overton, like the Cowboys. Overlook, Overton, over. It was over something.
Overton. Yeah, he was great. I
mean, they were all out of his mind.
That second half was electric. It
was amazing. We hit. Oh my God! Tell me UCLA won. I fell asleep. I didn't even check.
Yeah.
Oh. Amazing. UCLA won. We had the Oregon State Beavers on the money line as well. They won. The only game that lost was, I honestly forgot. It was an early one.
By the way, Overton, 29 points. You got it correct. It is Overton.
All right, come in. Hey, pal. There he is.
Hi, Ed.
Don't say anything crazy. You're live.
Hi, Ed.
He says hi.
What's up, man?
He says, what's up, man?
Ask Ed who he likes in the Georgia-Alabama game because that's where we're about to jump into.
Georgia-Alabama SEC championship. What do you like? Alabama.
JD's gonna like you. Very good.
Let's ask him one more. Let's see if he was really about that action.
Indiana, Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Go ahead.
Let's go, Ed. All right. Well, there was Ed. You all got to meet Ed. What a big day. All right, boys. Well, I think that's going to do it for our recap. Jefe's refueling on the Pedialyte. JD's ready to dive in. He said 3 words today. You guys ready to get in to the slate?
For sure.
Let's do it. We're going to jump right in.
Oh, I wanted to say this before we moved on. It was something about last night's slate. I was very wrong, very quick on Con Knuppel. Very wrong.
Oh, Knuppel was bad. He looked bad. He was bad.
No. I meant he's crushing the NBA right now. He's crushing
great, but he looked bad last night. It was not a good game.
It was not a good game for the Hornets in general. I'm just saying, in terms of, I thought I was a Charlotte Hornet, obvious bust. This guy was, they never have gotten a pick right in their life.
So is their other guy they got, the 6th overall pick last year, Saloon, whatever that French guy's name is.
Oh, that's not
he had a good game. Yeah, that's
really?
the guy. He was the 6th pick last year.
Dude, how about Kalkbrenner?
Kalkbrenner is horrible. That is the most unathletic basketball player I've ever seen.
Fantastic for them, dude.
He looked awful. I mean, just watching him move around the court is comical. It is comical watching him move around the court, genuinely. We move on. Guys, we got Georgia. We got Bama. JD, you're the resident Bama guy here. You know more about this team than anyone I know. What do you like in this game? What are you taking?
This should be a good game, Bass. Just starting out, Georgia just cannot seem to beat this team. I believe in their last 11 matchups, Bama is 10-1 in those. I believe Bama has actually covered 5 out of the last 6 games. This is tough. If you're just going by just numbers, I think Georgia should be favored here.
Correct.
So they are. As far as the total, sitting at 47.5 currently, I think that's maybe a little bit low, but not enough for me to go and jump in there on actually that. Here for actually what I am looking at, as far as Bama, Bama really hasn't been able to run the ball actually like all year. For this game, they're obviously going to have jam out. But that's what the Georgia defense does well is they stop the run. But like I said, that's not what Bama's going to want to do. I think Bama is going to turn into a very pass-heavy offense, pretty much right from the start of this game.
Did you say J.M. Miller's been ruled out already?
He has, right?
They have a lot of props available for him on FanDuel. I'm just looking at the prop market. Really? He is the favorite to score 2 touchdowns in this game out of anybody. I thought he was still a true questionable. Let's take a look here.
Yeah.
Let's search it on Twitter so we can find out about J.M. Miller while you keep breaking it down. I'll do a little research here, a little recon.
But
Aiden.
But I think this is going to be a Ty Simpson game. Win, lose. I actually guess like they actually can't draw here. But yeah, win or lose, this is going to be a Ty Simpson game. So what I've played here, I played Ty Simpson over his passing yards. Played that at 245 and a half. He's actually averaged more than that through actually this entire season. And like I said, I just think this game script is going to be a lot of actually him passing here. And
I think they are, by the way. What do you think of that question? If Bama loses, do you think they're out of the college football playoff? That's a good thing to say.
No,
I think they are. I think they are.
Well, first of all, hold on. They're under the cut line. It's not possible.
It is possible.
They're under the cut line. It's not.
Like they're in. Yeah.
I thought Notre Dame could pass them if they have a bad showing.
They're okay. Alabama is under the cut line, and the teams above them. They're at 9, so they're under the cut line. The cut line is 10, and teams at 10 and 12 don't play this weekend, and 11 plays Tech, BYU. So they can't. They're under the cut line.
What if Bama loses by 30? I thought that still has implications.
Then BYU would need to beat Tech,
which is possible. They play each other. But what happens if JMU loses as well? Then that's good.
Hold on. But you're not getting my point. They'll know that going into this game.
Well, true, but we don't know that right now.
Like, there is no situation where going into this game they don't know if they can be by 50 and make it. Like, if BYU and JMU beats Troy tomorrow.
But what about Duke, Virginia? That's after this game because that could be the ACC champion. Duke has a potential to get in too. They've been talking. Duke does have a potential to get in. So what if JMU loses to Troy?
Okay. Why don't you tell me how Duke gets in without JMU Troy game involved?
I think that game does need to be involved, right?
That's what I'm trying to say. So, dude, unless you're trying to say that Troy's winning on Friday, which I don't believe.
I said they could, but I said they could. Let's say Troy wins tomorrow night. They play each other. Let's say they win that game.
You know what? Let's say I'm the starting quarterback for Rutgers next year, too.
Probably better than what they have.
Who's the incoming?
No idea. 3-star. Gonna be shit.
I'm
Gonna be shit.
with that.
Anyway, there is a possibility they don't make it if they get blown out in this game. Is all I'm trying to make. It's not definitively that they're in at this current moment.
I really don't think so, dude. I'm not even like trying to mess around. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they're in.
I'm pretty sure, like I heard, because they're at 9 and that's under the cut line, like they can be beat by 50 and still make it. They obviously would just move up in the ranking, up like higher in the rankings. But the only people who are rooting for a bad Bama loss here is a team like.
Well, here, I'll put it to you this way. You can still bet on Bama to not make the college football playoff. There are odds on if they make it. They're minus 1,600 to make it. But that does say that there is a possibility that, let's say, all the outside things that we don't expect happen. Let's say Troy beats JMU. There is a chance they don't make it.
Right. Now, your other – okay, fine. Yes, there's a chance. Duke winning.
When did JD switch his hat? When did that happen? Let me just get that out there.
I don't know.
Not that long ago.
I forgot. But I just think the Duke convo is an irrelevant convo to have. It is. They have virtually no chance.
Breaking news. You know how Darius Slay was claimed by the Bills? Darius Slay is refusing to turn up to the Bills facility and says, if it's the Bills, I'm retiring. So he is refusing to go play for the Bills, even though they claimed him on waivers per underdog. Pretty reliable.
You know who's a scrub? Darius Slay.
He's refusing to play for the Bills. Interesting there. Back to you, JD.
Who do you want to play for? Want to go? Who do you want to play for? Like
the Eagles. The Eagles are the rumor who he wants to go back to. Same as last year. That was the rumor. JD.
Yeah, my other play here is Ty Simpson to throw over 1.5 touchdown passes. He's actually had 2 or either more, and actually all of his past 8 games. Like I've already said again, I think this is going to be a pass-heavy game from actually them, and I got that at minus 115. I just thought that was a really good price there. I'm staying away from the side. I'm staying away from the total. Even though I'm wearing a Bama hat, if I had to bet a side, I would be betting Georgia. And if I had to bet the total, I would be betting over.
I understand that. Jefe, over to you. What do you got?
I've been going back and forth on this one a lot. And I like the Georgia team better than the Bama team if I'm just looking at the teams. But I just kind of like what I've seen out of Bama recently better than what I've seen out of Georgia. But the thing is that I always do believe this in these types of games comes down to defense, and Georgia's always got the better defense. I also think there's something to be said about that. And
I also agree to this, bro.
No, guys, sometimes you gotta dig a little bit deeper and look, into
they played a tough schedule. I'll give them that.
I was about to say Bama played schedule.
I'm sorry,
they did
play a lot of
But they did lose to the worst team in the nation, Florida State, that won 4 games this year. So that's not a great.
Hold on.
5-7, 13th in the ACC.
That was the number 1. That was week 1, right?
Yeah,
correct.
Who is there?
But that's a bad loss, bro. There's no hiding that that's not a bad.
Who's their other loss? Georgia. Who's Bama's other loss?
No, Bama beat Georgia. Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
It was
Oklahoma.
Okay.
But they were at home in that game too.
And at that point, Oklahoma was rolling. That was rolling Oklahoma material.
I mean, they've been rolling since. They haven't lost.
Yeah, but that was like a material Heisman favorite, at that time.
No, it was not. This was 2 weeks ago.
That was actually right after
3 weeks ago. Yeah, no, this was 3 weeks ago. Did Mateer even play in that game?
Yes.
So it's after he got back. Yes, he did play. 15 of 38 with 130 yards. How did Bama lose this game? Simpson had 350 yards passing. How did they lose this game? They outrushed them. They did everything better.
Look, I mean, Alabama had Forget everything I just said. I always go back to this statement. It's hard to beat a team twice. It is really, really hard to beat a team twice.
Yeah, J-Bo, yeah.
Took care of Georgia in freaking Georgia, which can't stress to you how impressive that win is.
Well, friendly reminder, this is the same thing. Like, granted, a neutral site, they're playing at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium where the Atlanta Falcons play.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you, Bama travel.
They travel, but this will be a Georgia home game.
This is not going to be like a game on Georgia's campus. Yes, I get it. Of course, same state, they'll have a little bit of an upper hand, but it's not going to be as crazy as like, I can't think of another one. Indiana.
One other thing.
Indiana.
Yeah, one other thing really quick. J-Bo just actually put it in the chat. Special teams, guys, Georgia has a massive edge here when it comes there. I mean, it is a massive edge.
Yeah, well, Bama's special teams experts, the kicker for the Vikings. Dudes, Will Reichert or Richard, he's been unbelievable. He's been unbelievable. So that was a big loss they've been trying to fill, as well as they haven't covered kickoffs great this year, for being completely honest. So, Jefe, what's your official pick?
I hate it because, like, I want Bama to win because I want chaos. I like chaos, but not everything can be chaotic. So,
well, Bama winning would not be chaos. Bama getting blown out would be the chaos.
Well, I think Bama beating Georgia would be chaotic. Georgia probably would fall out of the top 4. And
the buys would be affected.
You would have to make a serious case for Bama to move up.
Well, yeah, they would have to move up if they won.
No, like I'm talking about possibly moving up to the top 4. I don't know.
Like, they can't pass Oregon. They can't pass Oregon in 5. Oregon would get in if Georgia loses this game.
God,
pretty confident about that.
Yeah, you're probably right. Actually, that would make 3 Big Ten teams have buys, huh?
Yep. That's what they've been talking about.
Because we can agree I know we're going into the Big Ten championship next. We can agree, win or lose, whoever loses that game is still going to be a top 4 team.
Correct. Well, it depends on the final score, but I don't think it's going to be crazy.
Oh my God, dude! No, both of these teams are getting buys. They're 1 and 2. They're both undefeated. The loser has 1 loss.
They should be.
Who else? Who's 4 right now? Who's 4 right now?
Let's pull up the official rankings. Tech is technically still 4. Yes.
Yeah,
because A&M fell back. That's why they're still 4. Well, they were 3, now they're 4.
A&M can't help themselves. Those can't hurt themselves. Tech comes out. They beat down BYU, who's 11. Yeah, they'd probably actually stay. No, but Georgia move out and Oregon move in.
Yeah, Oregon is the team I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. So 3 Big Tens. That would be fucking nuts. Wow. 3 Big Tens, 0 SEC buys. That would be wild.
Commanders release starting safety Darnell Savage. Interesting move there. Definitely an interesting move there. He's not a terrible player. Let me give my pick on this game, guys. I am going to be on Georgia on the money line. As Jefe says on the show all the time, it's very difficult to beat a team twice in one season. And I do think Georgia is going to be able to win this game. You can get the money line at a -135. It's exactly what I'm playing. It's one of my lighter plays on the championship weekend. This one should be a really good game. I agree with JD. I think Ty Simpson's going to have a lot of success in this game. But when it comes down to it, I do think Georgia, who they're not at home, like I said, but they're pretty much at home. I think they are going to be able to get it done here. If these two teams play for a third time in the college football playoff on a true neutral site field, if it wasn't one of the early home games, we'd have to see how I'd feel. But if this one was in Alabama, I'd probably be in Alabama. But because Georgia, I do think is going to have a substantial fan advantage because it's basically their backyard. It is their backyard. I do think we will see Georgia have a big performance here and get the W.
You know what, guys? Right, before we move on to the next game, let's see if our background has a score. Georgia 27, Bama 24.
I can see that exactly happening. I can see
that being exactly right there. So.
Right. But I think it's going to be a close game back and forth. That's why I don't like anything on the spread, but I do think Georgia gets it done. What?
This wasn't actually like an AI thing I did.
Yeah. We can now do that here. So you'll see a lot of different backgrounds we've been using for the last couple of weeks for different sports. They've given us some new tools here, which are pretty cool. All right, boys, let's keep it rolling. Game of the week. And Jefe missed it again because he just doesn't look up. Look in the background now, Jefe. We go to the game of the week. Indiana versus, as Jefe calls them, State. State's getting 4 points here with a total of 47.5. The only 2 undefeated teams in the country face off in the Big Ten Championship. Jefe, as the adopted stepfather of Fernando, a.k.a. Nando Mendoza, and Alberto.
Yeah, Mendoza. I was about to say, God, do not forget my other son, Bertie.
Don't you worry. What do you like here?
This should come at no shock that I am 1000% taking the Hoosiers. I'm going to take them with the points. I'm going to take them on the money line. I'll take them anything above a 3.5. So 4 is perfect. This line opened at 5.5, 6. It's now down to 4. I think it might stay here. I don't know if it gets over the 3 line. Look, Ohio State is probably the best defense in the nation.
Correct.
They have immense playmakers at all levels, probably led by Caleb Downs, who, in my opinion, is the best secondary player in the country right now.
I agree to that.
They have other fantastic. I mean, that defense is cluttered with first-round picks. And obviously, on the opposite side, you got Sayin, who's I'm not a big Sayin guy. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not. But when you have a first-round wide receiver in Tate, and you have probably a top 3 wide receiver in the nation who still can't come out for another year, and Sayin and Jeremiah Smith right next to him, you're going to look a lot better. I also think that the running game compared to Indiana's is not even close. I mean, the guy's fucking name is Bo Jackson. Like that's his name. By the way, look out for him because he's a freshman, and watch out for him next year.
Absolute dog.
He's going to be what we. Here's my prediction: in 2 years, we'll be looking at him, and we're looking at Jeremiah Love right now. Like, oh my god. But guys, Indiana, and this is my shtick. Oh, Indiana undefeated, but who do they really beat? There, blah, blah, blah. Guys, they had 3 really tough games. Okay, Penn State was a tough game. It's not their fault that Penn State sucked. They still went to Penn State. They still scheduled. They still went in there. They still won. Right? Obviously, their premier big game was in Oregon. Guys, they
big win.
Won. They went to Oregon.
And they went to Penn State, right? That was a whiteout.
Yeah, to Penn State. And I'm blinking out with their I think they absolutely mollywopped Illinois earlier in the year when Illinois was top 10. I mean, they might have put 60 on Illinois.
I was about to say that was like a 54 to
63 to 10. 63 to 10.
And Illinois, correct me if I'm wrong, was top 10 ranked at that time, right? Regardless of where
they were ninth. Yep, they were ninth.
They mollywopped them. Yep. And okay, other than those 3 games, you can honestly say that they played, the Jackson States of the world. Right?
Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, Indiana State Sycamores, Purdue, who's the worst Power 5 team, UCLA.
Other than, and were any of those games close? Any of them? No.
The Penn State game was close.
Well, I count it. No, other than those.
The Iowa game was
close. Iowa game was close. Right. Okay, look. I guess my point is they don't play with their food. You know what I mean?
Correct.
They have a game plan. They're coached. I'm giving Indiana the coaching advantage in this game. I don't care what you say about Ryan Day and his accomplishments in terms of getting his players motivated for one game. Kurt Zanetti, Ryan Day. And this is something I'm going to go back to, and I've spoken to Alpha about this on the side. I know what I'm about to say next has virtually nothing to do with this game. Actually, has nothing to do with this game at all. I really believe Ohio State won their Super Bowl last week. I just really believe it. I think there are many fans who last year would have traded the championship for the win versus Michigan. They got their win versus Michigan. They are happy campers. I'm telling you. That was their Super Bowl last week. I'm looking for a letdown spot this week.
Okay.
And I would like to pick up right there.
Wait. I'm done. I just want to, Alpha, tell me I did not say this 2 weeks ago. Ohio State gets beaten by Michigan. I'm not taking Indiana in this game.
Correct. You did say that.
Michigan comes out. Honestly, they kind of held in there for the first half from what I remember.
Yeah.
And then Ohio State tracked them in the second half. I'm taking the Hoosiers, guys. Nando, when the lights are bright, does not disappoint. And that team rallies around him. They might not have the names you're familiar with, like Ohio State, but let me tell you something. At about 10:45, 11 p.m. on Saturday, you're going to be familiar with a lot of them.
JD.
Jefe, I was thinking basically the same way. I was thinking that this was going to be a state kind of letdown spot. Last week that was their big game. After talking to multiple people around the state area there, know the team very well. They've all said that, yes, actually, last week was a huge game. But no, that day, coaching staff and that whole team wants to beat the fuck out of everybody and run it up. So I'm not as worried about that now. So getting more back into the game itself here, like Jefe said, as far as the Ohio State defense, it is the number one defense, and it is not close. Matter of fact, as far as actually records go, they could actually break them this actually season for the actual least amount of points given up, and actually points given up in the actual first half. I think they've only given up an average of 3 points. These numbers are absolutely crazy. If you look at who Indiana has played, and it was that actual Iowa game. So as far as an actual defense, so somebody who was actually good on actually that side of the ball, that was their closest game, and that's where they were held down. And Ohio State's defense is so far still a step above that.
Correct.
It's hard to even put it into words. And no matter what you say, even if it's a letdown side, you're more likely to have a letdown on the actual offense. It's hard for a defense to really have the style of play that they do. It's hard for those guys just to kind of let up. They're still gonna come at you. They're gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? You're just not gonna let that actually way.
I do.
So that's why I have played the actual Indiana team total under 21.5. Getting the half point, I think, is very key here. I just don't see them scoring over 21 points. It doesn't, and that doesn't matter if they win or either lose. I still don't see them scoring over 21 points here. So there's a play I definitely like here, and I also did a parlay, and I did the Ohio State, and I will give you the next half, the second half of that parlay here soon.
There we go. I'm going to be on Ohio State, guys. I do think their defense is going to be the difference maker in this game. If you ask me, betting aside who I'm rooting for, what's the better story, who do I want to see go to win this game and be the Big Ten champion, it would be Indiana 100% of the time. I just think they're going to struggle with this Ohio State defense. As Jefe said, Caleb Downs, probably the best secondary player in college football, probably the best defensive player in college football.
Gonna look so good.
He is going to look good, Giants blue. But I do think that Ohio State does have a big game here. I think they win this game by a touchdown or more, and that's exactly what I'm playing. It's probably my favorite play in all the championship games. It's going to be a 3U banger for me. Let's see Ohio State take it to them and win by 7, despite it upsetting Jefe and despite me having to watch it on his couch and suffer his horror.
It's going to be a don't even say goodbye to me type of an evening. Just walk out.
I think they're both going to get a bye either way, Craig. I think they'll both be in the top 4. So we'll see how it plays out, but I don't think one team's going to win by so many points that's going to knock the other out of getting a bye. All right, you guys ready?
I totally agree. I think I said that earlier.
We talked about it.
Even if Indiana gets crushed, I don't know, to 36-10, both these teams are still getting a bye.
Not going to change.
I have a point I want to make. Why are they fucking doing these championship games? Because guess what? A team like Notre Dame is way better getting a rest week and not having to put themselves through this type of game. And other teams that are in that, 6 through 10 slot that aren't in any conference championships. Let me go through the
Dude, they get 2 weeks regardless.
Yeah, but okay, let's talk about the NFL, right? At the end of the regular season, we're now going to have the top 2 teams play each other, decide who's the NFC champ and the AFC champ. We don't do that for a reason. It's not a reward getting to play another team now. The way the college football playoff has been constructed, why do we have championship week? Get rid of it.
Okay, well, then I guess I could ask you the question of why do conference championships even matter then?
They don't anymore.
Whoever has, the better record at the end of the regular season is the one that wins the conference. And if they're the same record like this game, they figure out a tiebreaker.
Same as every other fucking sport. If there's a playoff, why do you need conference championship games?
Because then explain to me why you don't have this problem with college basketball.
Not as physical. on the body. It's not the same game. Like a football game and a college basketball game takes a totally different toll on your body.
I get that, but
I mean, look at the NFL and the NBA. The NBA does the in-season tournament. Doesn't mean anything. They play these. I know it's not extra games, but they still do. It is extra games if you get far enough in the tournament. You don't see that in the NFL. You're not doing an in-season NFL.
You actually want my honest answer?
Yeah, absolutely.
My honest answer is one word: money.
Absolutely, but they can make just as much money doing that in every other sport. It's just not a reward. This is a reward for these teams that they go and Indiana and Ohio State have to bludgeon and beat each other and play the hardest style game, the most intense game of the year. When other teams like a Texas A&M, like some of the others that aren't in conference championships, that they get to just kind of relax. Notre Dame, so that they don't have to go through this and they're already safe.
I get what you're saying, but I think Texas A&M would tell you right now to their face they would do anything to be in the SEC championship game.
I disagree. I think they're happy that they have a spot secured in their show.
Maybe you want to say that about Alabama, who's won 77 of them, fine. But A&M, who hasn't won one since before I was freaking born or any of us were born, no. This means
they don't mean anything anymore. The conference. Look at the ACC. We have a conference championship with Duke in it, with 5
means
losses.
Way more to this team than it does that team. Way more to them than it does them. Indiana wins the Big Ten championship, guys. That I don't even know how they react. This is humongous for them. Ohio State wins it. Put it next to the last one.
As we go further and further into the future, nobody's going to care about this. Nobody, because all that matters. You don't remember who wins the conference championship 2 years ago.
You know what?
Who won the title.
You're 100% right. Because I'll be honest with you. College basketball, I couldn't care. I don't think anybody gives a crap.
Name me who won the Big Ten championship in college basketball, but I bet you could name me who won the title.
Michigan State.
Was it Michigan State? So one of the Michigans went on a run. I think it was actually Michigan.
I was about to say.
That's my point in the whole thing. They're playing these games for nothing.
Then in college basketball, you have something that can't happen in college football. You have a team like NC State from a few years ago. It's insanely hot.
Yeah.
Wins the ACC tournament, makes the tournament, the college basketball tournament, makes it all the way to the Final Four.
Because that's a whole tournament, but that's a whole tournament as well, where everyone's in it but 2 teams.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's where we're heading with this. This is going to be 24 teams in the next 3 years. There's too much money.
Yeah. But they're going to get rid of conference championships. Because there's no way I'm watching conference championship with fucking 7-5 Duke versus Virginia, which we're going to fucking get.
I don't think you're ever going to get rid of Power 4.
I think you will. I think they will. These teams don't want to play it. They just don't. It means nothing.
Of course.
So what happens tomorrow on Saturday if Nando breaks his fucking leg in a worthless game? What happens?
Take that.
But that's the point. In football, that's a reality. What if Ty Simpson breaks his leg in the Alabama game?
Don't care. You want to know what happens if Nando breaks his leg? I'm going to tell you exactly what happens. Birdo comes in.
Very good. We move on.
Oh my God! I just thought of the greatest arc ever. Cinematic arc. Nando doesn't play well. End of the first half, last play, breaks his leg. Birdo comes in, second half, brings us to the happy land. And
100%, they'll win. They win the title, and then when they go and play Texas A&M in a couple weeks and get shellacked because they lost their edge rusher, quarterback, and running back in a worthless conference championship game, that means nothing. It means nothing. JD, what are your thoughts before we go to
Black Long? Hope you get a play.
I mean, yeah, this is what I was talking about on. I actually think it was Monday. Whereas, especially as far as that particular game, yes, I understand why they're playing it, but it sucks that they're playing it because yes, it technically means nothing. And to the point that you were saying, that's what I was saying. Like, what if one of these main guys gets hurt?
Yeah.
And
guess who's not getting hurt? Guess who's getting an extra 2 weeks of rest? All the teams that didn't make it that are still qualifying. Like, conferences are too big now anyway to have these one-off individual title games without a tournament style. I mean, Oregon's the fifth best team in the nation right now. They're ranked number 5, and they're not playing this weekend. They get a free bye into the college football playoff. They don't have to get banged up. They don't have to take any injuries, and they can rest and practice after a grueling 13-game season. These teams, instead of that, have to go compete at the highest level in a playoff game before the playoffs really start. So I do think this will be something that changes in the future. I think that they're going to get rid of the conference championships. The conferences are too big now. Conferences have 20 teams in them. It's just too big. You don't play everyone in your conference anyway anymore. It doesn't work like that. Look at the Ohio State Indiana schedule. They are in the same conference, but they didn't play each other this year. So I do think it's going to change. I do think they need to make an adjustment, but I digress. Let's move on to the shit bowl of the weekend. 7-5 Duke that nobody gives a shit about in an irrelevant spot against Virginia that also nobody gives a shit about, who are 10-2. JD, do you have anything in the toilet bowl?
Yeah, man. It was nuts how the way Duke got here. That was really insane there. These teams played back on November 15th. Virginia won that game 34-17. The way the Duke defense is currently playing, or I don't know what they're doing. They're like not playing. And I just don't. I know it's hard to beat two like teams in the same season, especially when the games are like close. Like actually this, but this is one of the games where I just don't see a different. I just don't see it. It seems like it's going to be the same game, man. Mm-hmm. I don't see Duke being able to get many stops. I see Virginia being able to run the ball. I see them being able to pass the ball here. But the Virginia defense, that's what I'm kind of surprised with. I'm seeing more out of that than I actually thought I would. So for Duke to win this game, they're going to have a monster offensive game here, and I just don't see that happening.
You don't like Mensa?
I mean, like I do.
He's putting up numbers this year, bro.
I was about to say, actually, no, like I definitely do. But I just think this team, I just don't think that they match up well. Really, really don't. And this is Virginia to me the whole way. I did a parlay with State and actually for Virginia here, but that was before the line moved up. I got that at plus 143. I'm sure you can still get a pretty good price on it now, but the number has moved. I would even lay the points here.
Okay.
I really just can't see it.
Do you think this is the truth, JD, that they had their Super Bowl beating Virginia Tech 27-7?
I mean, that's obviously a big game.
It's funny. Duke lost to Virginia 34-17, as you said a couple weeks ago. When you take a look at their common opponents, Duke beat UNC, Virginia beat UNC. How'd they both do against Cal? Cal was a decent team. Virginia beat Cal by 10. How did Duke do against Cal with their 5 fucking losses? Big loss in the Duke record, JD. Tulane. They beat Cal 45-21. Damn, Duke had a big game there. This team all relies on Mensa. He's everything for this team. Darian Mensa has 28 passing touchdowns in the year to only 4 interceptions. He has elite numbers, and he does carry this Duke offense. But as JD said, this Virginia team has a better defense than Duke. They just do. And it's a substantial difference in the talent on the Virginia defensive side compared to only having Mensa really for Duke's offense. For me, I'm staying off this game. I agree with JD. I think Virginia gets it done. Whoa, J-Bo, let's take it easy over here, Pop. Let's take it easy over here, Pop. I know you had a typo, but I did have to put that up. For me, like I said, I lean Virginia, but it's going to be a no play for me. There's so many big games that actually have ramifications. This game has nothing important about it.
Well, going back to it though, like this is one of those positions where, the team is not normally in.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I think they will.
What do you mean?
I mean,
if Virginia wins, they're in.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought you said. Sorry, I misheard it. They said the position is it doesn't matter if you win, you're not in.
I must have misspoke then if I said that. Yeah, no, it's just.
I must have misheard. Sorry.
This is a dog shit game. This is just a dog shit game, and that's all I have on anything. Anyone have anything else to say about this game?
It's like, why is this line 4 points?
And we just saw this game, and it was a 17-point difference.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I'm like, okay, like, what are you trying to say? But stick with me on my logic here, right? Hard to beat a team twice, right? Vegas looks at this game and it's like, all right, public wants chaos, right? Public wants Duke to win so that college football playoff committee has to figure this out. Virginia. Okay, I'm going to spell this out for you. Virginia wins if they're in because they'll be the last Power 5 champion in. They'll be ranked higher than JMU. They're ranked higher than JMU right now. They're 17 to JMU's what, 20?
Yeah.
JMU's 25, Tulane's 20. North Texas
so
is...
wait, hold on. But to take Tulane, North Texas out of it, remember, one of those teams is going to get a loss.
Unless BYU wins. Because if BYU wins the title, then Texas Tech gets that Power 5 spot over Virginia.
Yes. No.
Yes.
Hold on. No. There are 5 conference champions guaranteed. 4 from the Power 5. There should be 4 from the Power 5, but really it doesn't have to do anything with Power 5. It's the top 5 ranked champions of the conferences. It could be the goddamn American Conference. It could be the goddamn Alpha Conference. It doesn't matter, right? 3 out of the 5 are 100% done. Your Big 10, SEC, and your Big 12, right? So let's play this scenario out where BYU takes care of business versus Tech. Would be wild. BYU obviously is one of those 3. Let's just go Georgia and let's go. I can't say Ohio State, so I'm gonna say Indiana. So those are the 3. Then there's 2 more, right? One of those, because of the American Championship, both teams being ranked right now, has to be one of them. Doesn't matter. North Texas, Tulane. Let's go North Texas. North Texas gets one. Now there's one left. You have a 17th ranked Virginia that you're saying would win, and a 25 ranked James Madison that we're saying is going to win. Obviously, James Madison's not going to go above Virginia.
But Tulane might. Tulane is only 3 spots back, and they're versus North Texas. Because North Texas gets in. Got it.
So those spots are done now. Virginia 100% gets one of those spots. Now you have a bigger issue where Tech is now going to take a spot away from probably Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is currently
10.
Hold on. No, I know. I'm going off their odds. Hold on.
Minus 400 or some shit like that.
Hold on. Duke to make it is a plus 1,800. That's crazy.
You don't have a shot.
Miami is BYU. Notre Dame to make it is a minus 355.
And the only way Notre Dame doesn't make it is if BYU beats Tech. Tech has to get in. Now they're an at-large. This also has to take consideration Alabama not losing horrendously to Georgia. That's big in this. Alabama, as we said before, that would make them a 3-loss team. You have Tech, who will be a 2-loss team now with, I guess BYU is not a bad loss.
So when I said earlier in the show that it's definitely feasible with Alabama that other teams play out, that it could be a little complicated, huh?
But this is with so many. I don't think BYU has a chance against Tech. I just don't. I think Tech has one of the best defensive players in the nation that nobody's talking about, and they just play really smart football. They just play really sound and smart football. I don't think BYU has a chance.
12.5 point favorite. They are 12.5 point favorite.
But in this world, that Virginia wins this game, they're into the tournament, 100%. And then if somehow BYU wins that other the Big 12, Notre Dame's the one that has a problem.
Breaking news: they have canceled the name of the Bahamas Bowl, and they have named it the Xbox Bowl. So the Bahamas Bowl is dead. Playing it in the same spot, but it's now the Xbox Bowl. That was just announced. Wanted to get that in there. All right, boys. What are our plays on Texas Tech and BYU? As of now, nothing, J-Bo. As of now, nothing. There's a reason we did not go over this game. 12.5 point line. I think it's pretty sharp. You guys have anything on that before we get into the NFL game?
I have nothing on that. I am watching that game to understand the implications of the further games. That is how I'm watching that game.
Correct.
If Tech wins that game, all is good in the world. If BYU wins that game, I think I got to sit down and refigure some things out. Because then all of a sudden, AC championship game, very interesting. Then in that scenario, I am now looking at Duke possibly winning. And I know they have nothing to do with each other. It's just
So I'm laughing. Like, how did we get there?
No, it's just how I'm thinking. Like, I'm just thinking like how.
So you're rooting for the chaos. So that would be your rooting interest.
Yeah,
in that way.
Yeah. I like chaos. I want chaos. I also want Miami and Notre Dame next to each other, so that they have to choose one.
Well, I tweeted this game out about 10 minutes ago, and then we went off on that tangent. So if you did tune in for the Sunday Night Football game, I do apologize for the delay. But here we are, Sunday Night Football game. Jesus,
This
Thursday
is a Sunday football game.
It is. It
Right.
should be. It's a Sunday Night Football game on a Thursday. Sunday Night Football game on a Thursday. We got the Cowboys. We got the Lions. I don't need to intro this one, but I will because I do anyway. Cowboys 6-5-1 on the year. They're 2-4 on the road, taking on a Lions team that is 7-5, 4-2 at home. This game has severe playoff implications. JD, our resident Cowboys aficionado, they've won 3 straight games. The Cowboys. The Lions have lost 2 of the last 3 games. The only game they won was in overtime against the New York Football Giants. So we're going to start with you, JD. But first, what is Jefe oh my godding before you go?
You want to know why Darius Slay told the Bills that? Guess who just put a claim on him? Guess what team?
The Eagles.
Yeah,
I told you that's where he wants to go. I told you from the minute.
He's such a bitch. He's
such a bitch.
He's such a bitch.
I
hope he tears his ACL.
Oh, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
Bitch.
I think he's a bitch, but I don't wish that upon anyone. Well, maybe a couple people.
Said what I said, and I stand on my business.
Okay, JD. How many ACLs do you want torn in tonight's game, JD? Jimmy, what is this?
I was trying to read that. This is a very interesting handicap, guys.
So are the 3 of us on this show.
Yeah.
You what?
Okay.
Interesting handicapped person.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's literally what I fucking called you.
That'll be on my tombstone.
Okay. After we finish getting Jefe a helmet, over to JD.
Back to this game. We have the Lions here coming off of a loss. This team has not lost 2 games in a row since I don't even know when. This team off of a loss is just great. This game, just like you said, Alpha, it means a lot to both of these teams, especially towards them making the actual playoffs here. This seems like a game where, as far as Campbell goes, this is where his coaching, this is where he shines. As far as his play calling that he's been doing and all that, we've talked about, that's not really where actually he is at his best. But as far as getting his team ready to play, because this team is not at full strength whatsoever. And this is a game they have to have. But I believe that Dan Campbell is going to get these guys ready to play tonight. That is actually what he does best. He is great at that. And actually, I think that, and you see the line here is Lions -3, and I think a lot of that has to do with this Lions, just like I said, because they haven't lost back-to-back games, and I really don't like no win, but it's like been a long time now. And I think that's why this line is actually -3 here. The problem with everything that I just said is, as far as the Lions defense, they're having trouble. If you look at their stats just from the past actually 4 weeks, this team can't stop the run. This team cannot stop the pass, especially the pass, especially the deep pass. And they're playing a Cowboys team now that's just a fucking buzzsaw. This fucking offense can kill you from any way. They can run the ball, and of course they can pass it to literally anybody, and actually like any side. I just don't see how this Lions defense gets enough stops here. Just at the end of the day, I just don't understand it. And then as far as the Lions offense goes, yes, as far as Cowboys defense now against the run, they are very good now. Very good. But everybody knows they can still get beat down the field. Well, that's not what Goff has been doing, guys. Goff has not been doing that well.
Diggs is out tonight, which I think is a big impact on this game. Malik Hooker is a true questionable in the secondary as well. Do you take any of those into account when talking about the major injuries on both sides?
Yes, because that is how you have to attack this team.
Correct.
But can the Lions do it? Can Goff do it? Is Goff going to have enough time? Because this offensive line, I've talked about it all season, the Lions' offensive line last year was great.
And Sewell's still questionable today. And
this
Decker.
year, they are not. They are beat up. It's just not the same offensive line. And I don't know if Goff is going to have enough time to beat the Cowboys the way that they can be beat. So when you take out, for anybody who actually, as far as the numbers on this game, for any type of system that you use, there's no way that you can get to Lions -3 here. I've talked to a lot of people about this, and this is a pick'em game. That's how, I mean, pretty much no matter how you rank these teams, that's pretty much where you get to here. As far as numbers go. So I see value on the Cowboys everywhere. It does, from the books, it seems like a trap. It honestly really does.
Seeing 87% on the Cowboys as well.
As far as on actually bet online, currently it is at 58.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. So, which I do expect that to be more. I honestly did expect that to be a lot more there. I have played, as far as the Cowboys, I did play them +3. I played their first half team total over 12.5 points, and I played their team total over 26.5 points. Like I said, I really don't know how this Lions defense stops them. Because everybody's going to say this is a road game. Blah 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 blah. Cowboys are not going on the road, but they're in the dome, guys. They're on the fast track. That is what hurts them, is when they are outside. They are not outside here, and that's why I am still all over the Cowboys here.
There we go. I'll go quickly here, guys, because we have been on for quite a while today. I'm on the over. I think we see a ton of points. Everything JD just said, I agree with. I do think the Lions will score a little more than he's anticipating, but I don't see a way that the Lions stop this Cowboys offense. I also think that we're going to see the Lions score a lot of points, like I said, as well. So give me the over. It's kind of funny. When you take a look at the touchdown scoring props for tonight and the prices on them, they expect a lot of touchdowns here. Jahmyr Gibbs -260, Javonte Williams -140, David Montgomery -115, Jamison Williams +105, CeeDee Lamb +125, George Pickens +130, the Ferg +150, Isaac Tesla +150. There's 7 dudes at +150 or shorter. That is insane for anytime touchdown pricing. They expect a lot of points in this game, and I agree with the Bucs. I think this one finishes with a 6 as the first number in the final score. Jefe, what do you got?
Lions -2.5 and 5.5 point down. Lions win this game. Favorite prop, Dak Prescott over 38.5 passing yards for his longest completion. We took that last week, and he had a 50-yarder CeeDee Lamb. I'm going to roll it back again. I just think the Lions, they win these types of games. They're in a bounce-back spot. They need to bounce back. They have 2 teams in their division playing on Sunday. That's going to basically lay out the rest of the regular season for them and their path in winning this division. And it starts with this, and I think I said this yesterday. When you looked at the Cowboys season and you looked at this 3-game stretch, Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, every single Cowboys fan would have taken 2-1.
Yep.
And that's where they're going to be. They did the hard work already. Cowboys are in a good spot right now. They can, I don't want to say they can afford a loss.
I was going to say,
but
they have to win this.
I don't know if, to win the division or to make the playoffs.
To make the playoffs, they still need this win.
I
think they need this game too.
I look at the Cowboys schedule. I want to pull it up. Cowboys.
Now, I will say this: if you asked me actually 2 weeks ago, I was thinking that this was a Lions spot. I think
the Cowboys can legitimately go 4-1 in their last 5 games. I think they can go 4-1. I think this is their loss, and that would put them. Let's see where they are. Playoff AFC. Cowboys are at 6-5-1. That tie is really going to kill them. Guess who's right above them at 8? The Detroit Lions.
Yep.
So, it's going to be tough because the wild card situation, the Packers. I mean, there's no point in me looking at this. Half these teams play each other this week. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
There we
So
go.
half these teams are going to have an extra loss that I can't see right now. Tonight, I'm taking the Lions, guys, -2.5. And my favorite prop, like I said, Dak Prescott, longest 30.5 passing yards. Lions secondary, nothing to speak about. And I don't got to speak to what I feel about George Pickens or CeeDee Lamb.
There we go. I agree with you there. All right, boys. You ready to dive into a little best bets? Give the people our favorite plays of the day.
Let's do it. Yes.
Let me know when you're ready. Okay,
Yep.
Very good. Very good. Best bets for today, Thursday, December 4th, presented by the boys on this panel. I'm going to give it my best bet of the day. I'm taking the over 54.5 in the Thursday night football game. My second favorite bet is going to be Georgia on the money line, -135. We'll go to Jefe, and then we'll let JD close us out.
Dak Prescott, longest completion, over 30.5 passing yards, -115.
There we go. Jay Dizzle.
This is tough. Gonna give you two. For the football game tonight, giving the Cowboys team total over 26.5 points. And then for college basketball, let's go to a little Utah State and South Florida.
Oh my God.
Let's play.
Wait a fucking second. What did you just say?
Utah State
team's name
and South Florida.
No.
Be very careful about the next thing that's going to come out of your mouth.
Over 162.5 points.
Thank God. A red alarm just went on in my head.
All right.
Are they playing in Katy, Texas by any chance?
We love Katy, Texas around here.
They are not. They're actually playing in Tampa, Florida.
Oh,
Wow.
You know,
By the way, being called South Florida and being in Tampa, Florida, it's not South Florida. Our guy Dylan Devane could attest to that. I lived in Florida for many, many months, and that is not South Florida. All right, boys. Well, it's been a good show. Remember to scale faster. Jefe?
Carl, listen, do me a solid. No more reverse windmill dunks. You barely.
That was awesome.
You can barely get off the ground, dude. I almost strained my own neck looking at it. Like, just relax, please, Carl. Be better. Be smarter. Work harder. Scale faster. Win bigger.
JD.
Better, faster, stronger.
Anyways. Oh, we're so we've been on here for too long today.
Yeah, we have.
I hope everybody has a great day. Tonight's gonna be a great game. I am very much looking forward to watching.
Boys, that was it. Yep, you're right. We made it through the midweek, and we got now 1, 2, 3, 4 straight days of great televisioned sports. Today, with Thursday Night Football tomorrow, we got a couple championship games Saturday. Unbelievable. Sunday, divisional games everywhere you look. What's the Monday night game? I forgot. Eagles, Chargers. Honestly, we'll talk about it Monday. But
Flex it. Don't get.
It's such an asshole.
Flex it. Don't need it. Will there be a live show, JD, from C-Rod? The Washington Commanders running back.
Listen, bud. I'm putting you in the starting lineup this week for the Dynasty team. Okay? Don't fuck up this opportunity. It's the last week before the playoffs. I really mean this. From the bottom of my heart, don't fuck this up for me. I will drop you.
Breaking news, Jalen Carter ruled out for the Chargers-Eagles game on Monday night. Just this second. JD, will you be on the live tonight?
No. Tonight there is no plan to have a live show. I can talk to the boys and see if anybody's up for it. But as of right now, no. The next live show is not planned until Monday.
JD's a Cowboys fan. Let him enjoy the game, guys. Let him enjoy the game. Let's be honest here. He doesn't want to be on with Nick, getting yelled at by Nick. Doesn't want to get yelled at by Pick'em Nick. A lot of Nicks. JD doesn't want it. He wants to enjoy the game. I understand.
There is a lot of Nicks. Like it's actually kind of wild, like how many Nicks there are that come on that show. But anyway,
we're gonna stop saying that. It does not sound. We're gonna keep it rolling. JD, do that thing you do, and then I'm gonna do that thing I do, and then I'm gonna go make lunch.
Let's fucking win, guys.
Let's fucking win, Carl.
Carl.
Hockey
play Rangers money line on the road.
New York Rangers. We'll see you.